Greetings, my name is Arden. I'd like you to imagine a world where every lesson feels alive, where learning isn't just something that you have to do, but something that you want to do. Sadly, this isn't a reality for millions of children all across the globe. And in this speech, I'm going to explain why that needs to change. In this day and age, education is in the worst state it's ever been. Millions of children everywhere are either dropping out of school or aren't even entering classrooms in the first place. Education rates are at an all-time low. All of this is because of a myriad of reasons. Poverty, lack of funding, poor infrastructure, and what I think is most important, a lack of innovation. As the world of technology continues to advance each and every day, the world of education simply is static and refuses to change. And for the students that are actually going to school, the situation isn't much better there either. Cheating is widespread. Stress levels are at an all-time high, and learning, for many, has become an experience that is uninteresting, passive, and mentally draining. This is all because of a curriculum that is outdated and refuses to change. A curriculum that is too focused on tests and tasks to let students actually learn skills that would be applicable in the real world. Now, the challenges are dire, and we won't be able to simply fix all of these problems overnight. But what we can do is make the learning experience more engaging, entertaining, and just fun for students everywhere. How do we do that, you ask? By integrating technology into the learning experience. Because if education and technology evolve hand in hand, then the system will be more fresh, more dynamic, and more meaningful. Students will be more curious, be more excited to learn in the process of learning. Now, there are many examples of integrating technology into the learning process, like using interactive whiteboards and digital displays, integrating learning management systems like Google Classroom and Afresto, using virtual reality for digital field trips, and making students create their own digital content in the form of videos and podcasts. Because if the students today aren't receiving the education they need and deserve, aren't receiving the passion to find themselves, what will become of them in the future? What will become of our doctors, our lawyers, our scientists, and our engineers? If not them, what will become of the people who run our very society? What will become of the blue-collar workers, the mechanics, the electricians, and the teachers? Because, ladies and gentlemen, students are the future. And if the system that provides them with education isn't able to keep pace with the world that's constantly changing around them, then we're not only failing today's learners, but we're also putting the very future itself at risk. In short, our generation of students has to be the ones that speak out, that create movements on this issue, so learning everywhere can be a more engaging and, in general, positive process. Thank you for listening to my speech.